Welcome back to another video. Today you might be asking yourself, what are we talking about? So, funny thing happened today. As you'll see soon, it's already past midnight. I was going to sleep right now, and I saw that the official Genshin Impact account, they posted something funny. Okay, so we're gonna check this out. It's incredible. Okay, so I'm gonna change my screen right now. Okay, so I'm gonna read out to you guys the entire post. One-click time skip for quests and character talent demo videos. Added. Developer discussion for this month, okay? So, dear traveler, a new developers discussion is here. Starting from version 5.8, the dev team has brought new features, such as one-click time skip for quests and video demos for character talents, making it easier for travelers to complete quests and gain clear understanding of characters' talents. So, by reading this, I'm pretty sure in your head, you're finally like, okay, they're finally adding a skip button, right? No, they're not. I've been laughing at this. It's fucking past midnight already, and I'm fucking laughing at this like a clown. Oh, this is so ridiculous. Okay, so if we go into the official post, okay, on Hoyolab. Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. Okay, so the time skip for quests, you know, when you have those quests where it's like, oh, wait 5 hours, wait 2 days. That's the time skip for the quests. Now you don't need to change the time. The time will adjust itself with one button. The skip is not for the dialogue. They're making you skip time on a small portion of the game where you already skip time anyway. So now instead of like having to do as the GIF is showing, you know, rotating the clock to the time you need, you can just press one button and it will adjust itself. Brother, this is so stupid. So they voiced this as like a one-click time skip. When I read this, I was thinking, okay, so it's one click, skip for quests, we're getting a skip button. I can finally play Netland because I'm not gonna play that shit without a skip button. But no, it's not a skip button. You're skipping a minimal fraction of the game where you have to time skip. You're skipping a time skip. This is... oh my god. Between the mail sorting and skipping the time skip, honestly, I would choose the mail. Oh my god, brother. This is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they cannot add one button. So, my thing is, I'm sure at this point, they're doing this on purpose. They're doing this because they can. They're probably posting this and laughing at people actually believing. I think people are actually reading this now. Yeah, people are actually reading this now. But at the start, when it was like 2-3 minutes of post, yeah, people were actually like believing this is a skip button. Bro, this is so ridiculous. And this second part I actually think is interesting. Having a small video of how the character's kit works. I think it's interesting. I think it's a good addition actually. I'm not gonna complain about this one. So yeah, I'm reading this like slowly now that I stopped laughing. And it's not that bad, like being able to change the volume inside dialogue, having this material tracking. Already, if you have like an Oculus already marked and you use another one of these stones to track, you mark another one instead of just refreshing or not even being able to, I don't remember. And having like highlighted for different characters and artifacts, these I think are great additions. Okay, this I have no complaint about this, to be honest. This is actually like good quality of life. But brother, this I cannot defend this one. This is just, oh my god. So yeah, we have two sides of this coin. Okay, we have people that read the dev conversation here and are laughing about the bait Hoyoverse just did with everyone. And the other side, we have people that didn't read it, just saw the like, oh, skip, and are happy about it. Like, at least the second part of the community is really small. You can't even see it, which is great. You may disagree with me on this one, but for every gacha game, a skip button is basic. Is like the baseline. Why do I say that? Because as much as, you know, a lot of people like to sweat in gacha games, these are casual games, okay? Doesn't matter if you're playing PGR, comboing like fucking crazy, sweating a lot, or if you're playing like, I don't know, Uma Musume. Both of these games are casual. A lot of people play these gacha games for just the gameplay. Not necessarily everyone wants to read the story or be interested in the story. I've introduced a friend recently to Wuthering Waves, and he loved the combat. He actually got interested on the game because I was like sharing my screen while I was doing holograms. So he wanted to play the game because of the gameplay. So all the story, all the dialogue, he just skipped. And you know, he's having a blast. He loves the game. You know, you shouldn't be forced to play a story just because, you know. And if someone doesn't want to give a fuck about the story, they're not gonna anyway. You're adding a skip button just to make their life easier. Because right now, I think Genshin is the only big gacha game who doesn't have a skip button. HSR added the skip. Wuthering Waves already has it. ZZZ has it. Just Genshin still cannot implement the skip button for some crazy reason. Let's be honest, the entire focus of the game is the combat. But let's not lie about this. Let's not. It's the gameplay. Okay, people like the entire color matching aspect of the game, of the elements. So there's a lot of people that like to play the game because of that and don't pay attention to the story. So all you're doing is forcing these people to mash their spacebar like crazy because they're not gonna pay attention to the story anyway. It's just ridiculous that they just don't want to add the skip button at all to the game. Even like, as I gave it as an example, Uma Musume, which is heavily focused on dialogue, lets you skip the dialogue and the entire gameplay. You know, PGR, which is like more on a visual novel-ish style, lets you skip. Wuthering Waves, which has like a fuck ton of budget on cutscenes and soundtrack, lets you skip the story as well. You have to have this option. It's just basic. It's crazy that they just refuse to add this. It's crazy. And now even crazier than that is just baiting people. Just throwing it in the title of the post, like, oh, you have a one-click skip for the quest, but it's not. Oh brother. And so I'm back here, like, kind of giving another read to this post. You know, there's no one angry about this. Like, no one's angry. Oh, I can't believe the skip button was added. Like, no one's angry at this because the community wants this, right? The community wants the community wants the skip button. But at this point, I honestly think they're just doing this on purpose. They're just doing this because they can. There's no other reason to not add this. Really, an option to skip a 5-second animation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a small part of the game. It's such an inconsequential thing that it's basically not changing anything, because as you can see here, the clock will still spin anyway. So you're not saving time by doing this. You're just not spinning the clock manually, but it's gonna spin. You're just gonna do the animation to change the time anyway. So this changes nothing. I can't even say that this was a quality of life. This was nothing. Oh, this is just so ridiculous, man. I can't take this. Okay, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be back soon, especially because we have the special program of Wuthering Waves this Friday. So you'll hear from me soon. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about the skip button in Genshin Impact, and I'll see you soon.